Ladies and gentlemen, the Chelsea ownership news is moving so rapidly. It's not even funny. Let's get on with this Chelsea news splits.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get through all of this news. There's so much to cover. It is moving mad right now, ladies and gentlemen. First up, Chelsea will scrap their plan to hand interim control over to trustees of the club's charitable foundation after owner Roman Abramovich put the Blues up for sale. This is from Matt Law. I mean, yeah, I suppose whatever happened, a couple of days ago, trying to move the management to the trustee foundation, it was quickly scrapped as soon as this news dropped. And also there was issues within the whole trustee group that some individuals within that particular group actually did not want anything to do with controlling Chelsea's day-to-day management side of things. So I'm not surprised that that will be scrapped. That scenario will be scrapped, rightly so. Sources close to the process believe Abramovich cannot get much more than $2 billion, even though he values the club at $4 billion. It is anticipated Abramovich will be in the position to donate $2 billion to war victims via Matt Law. I mean, yeah, $4 billion. There is no way someone's going to come out here unless it's someone absolute mega rich. We'll get to the front runners as to who is sort of leading the race to own Chelsea. But I don't think they are supreme mega rich, owners that are going to just dish out $4 billion. I think $2 billion is far more in line. And at the end of the day, Abramovich said that, the debt owed to him, the money that he's outlaid over the years that he's been the owner of Chelsea, that he's willing to, write that off. And whatever proceeds come through, they'll go to the war victims. At the end of the day, I mean, take it the way you want to take it. Do people actually wipe off debts? Perhaps, maybe this is a policy to get a quick sale, I suppose. I mean, if Roman wasn't forced to sell so quickly, maybe he wouldn't be inclined to wipe off the debts. But I guess he's been forced. He's been forced, ladies and gentlemen, and it is what it is at the moment. Breaking. American-Swiss consortium with Todd Boehly and Hansjörg Wyss have found other partners. Team is complete. Negotiations with Roman Abramovich to buy Chelsea are already taking place. The consortium is confident progress can be made over the weekend. I'll do a video about this particular group probably sometime tomorrow in detail as to who they are and whatnot. So far, what I understand is Hansjörg is a philanthropist, and he's involved in many sort of like pharmaceutical sort of that industry. And Boehly, I think he owns LA Dodgers, LA Lakers, so he's in sports, obviously in US. And he's the main one. Hansjörg is not the one that has all the money. Boehly, along with other investors, are the ones that have actually got the money to do this particular transaction. American owners, ladies and gentlemen, American owners, we know all about how they operate. And I'm going to share something about these guys very soon in the upcoming tweet, what has been shared recently. And it will really make you a bit sick. But look, it seems like these guys are the front runners at the moment. I'm told that Hansjörg Wyss would not be the front man of the group. It would likely be Todd Boehly, who has kept absolutely silent. Funds are sorted. They are doing background checks and believe they can get this done quite quickly. I'm thinking this isn't about a months and months scenario. I think Roman has been given a deadline by the UK government, and if he doesn't meet that deadline, all his assets will be frozen. So this is why there's a rush. This is why everything that has been happening in recent times, it's moving so rapidly. We've gone from Roman stepping backwards and trying to give the management to the trustee foundation, and within a couple of days, he's announced that he's selling. Like, you can see how quickly it's moving, and you can also see how quickly this particular group of Boehly and Hansjörg are trying to conjure up the money. Don't be surprised if this is done and dusted by the end of next week. Seriously, don't be surprised. Okay, now this is what I want to share about this particular group. I tweeted this out a moment ago. Nicola Imfield, let's have a look who he is. Economics, markets, banking, crypto, airline, space, international politics, former US correspondent. This is what he had to say about Swiss billionaire Hansjörg Wyss. It will shock you, and to a degree, you'll come to a realization what dark times we're heading into once Roman is moved on, I suppose. Okay, 104. Some background on Swiss billionaire Hansjörg Wyss for my British friends. He certainly likes sports, but has not had a great affinity for football. Fantastic. The fact that he could now be involved in a takeover of Chelsea comes as something of a surprise. Incredible. On the other hand, Mr. Wyss is a true Westerner by heart. If it would be on him, neutral Switzerland would position itself even more clear in the political West. I think that plays a real role here. Wyss is driven by ideology. He sees Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich, with apparent contacts with Putin, who is currently waging a war in Ukraine, having the chance now to rid Chelsea of such person for whom Wyss doesn't have much respect, drives him. What does this mean for Chelsea? I mean, Scott doesn't want to. My God, like you can see the intention as to why he wants to buy. This is, from Nicola Anfield, who seems to have some sort of knowledge about who Hansjörg is. He seems like he wants to buy Chelsea for the sake of just driving Roman out of ownership because of his apparent involvement with the Ukraine war. Wyss is in this aspect a typical Swiss. Cautious, humble, acting with prudence. He won't see Chelsea as his toy and open his wallet. It's certainly not in the identity of Wyss to buy the Champions League. Keep in mind, though, that it's not him alone bidding for Chelsea. I mean, when you're going to have one of this guy, even though maybe not as prominent owner out of the consortium group that they're trying to create, it's still a problem. If the group is being pressurized by Chelsea or the fans that we need to do something, we need to buy someone, we need to make a change, this guy could come and say, I'm not interested. I'm simply not interested. I'm not interested to spend that level of money. Because he's not willing to buy Champions League. He's not willing to, it's not a toy for him. He's not going to open up. And this is the thing. Roman treated us like a fan. Roman run the club like a fan. He was a fan of this football club. So, look, I'm worried, man. Marina Granovskaia is facing a dilemma over her Chelsea future after owner Roman Abramovich put the club up for sale. Group interested in buying Chelsea would be open to the prospect of Granovskaia staying on under their ownership. Look, as much as not every individual in the hierarchy right now, in the board right now, I don't expect every individual to stay. There's going to be a massive shakeup. A lot of them will leave. But I can't imagine a new owner coming in and there's not a single existing board member there, at least for the transition period. You can't have a new owner come in and there's literally no one there to understand where's the club at, where the finances at. Like, you'd need someone to run through all of that. I would like it if Marina sticks around for, 6 months or so minimum, just so the new owners can get up and running. But I won't be surprised if she leaves as well. I think she's always been Roman's right hand, and I think as soon as Roman goes, it's probably end of Marina. And yeah, we can sit here and argue the fact that she's done a lot of poor sort of financial moves, but at the same time she's done some magnificent moves as well. Like literally in the last few seasons, probably about 5 seasons or so, we've more or less been self-sufficient, self-sustainable, and because of some of the finances that she's done, not just in regards to transfers, but I'm talking about other marketing deals, sponsorships, and whatnot. I hope we get the right individuals set up in the hierarchy when the new owners come in, honestly. The Athletic UK, Newcastle United co-owner Amanda Stively has said that it is not particularly fair that Roman Abramovich may have to. So I really like this comment here from Amanda Stively. She's saying, I'm really sad today that somebody is going to have a football club taken away because of a relationship they may have with someone. I don't think that's particularly fair, actually, to be honest. I mean, yeah, we don't even know, to be honest. And once again, I don't want to get into the politics of things, but we don't even know what type of a relationship Roman may have with Putin. We don't know. Look, I'm not going to sit here and lie that he doesn't have of course he does. He's owner of a very, very important commodity like oil, which is so important to the economy. Of course he's going to have connections with Putin, but to what extent? To what extent? I don't know. And to have to forcefully be taking your club away from you because you have a relationship with someone else, is a fair way to lose your club. Like, you're losing your club because you're mates with someone. Supposedly mate. Anyway, that's for you guys to decide, honestly. Labour MP Chris Bryant calls out John Terry for posting a photo with Roman. This was mad, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you saw this. John Terry posted a photo in the last 12 hours. So this photo with Roman, and he pretty much just said, best owner or something like that. Thank you. So I think he just said thank you. And rightly so. His career, the career that he had, a lot to do with Roman. They had a really good connection. I don't know if you've seen this, but today has been posted a photo. Today he has posted a photo with Abramovich, who is one of Putin's cronies. What will the people of Ukraine think of the former England football captain? I mean, this is mad. This is mad. Can you guys see now what is happening in UK? Can you see the level of conversation that's happening in UK government, and why a man like Roman is now being forced to pack up everything quickly and leave? You can't even say, John Terry can't even tweet and say thank you to Roman. Once again, as I said, there's a lot of things that happen outside of football. I don't know the complete issue around it. I don't know the ins and outs, the facts. Is he somewhat involved, Roman? Perhaps. But John Terry is specifically talking from a football ownership point of view, and he simply thanked the man for the career he's got. And now we can't even this is crazy. This is crazy what Chris Bryant is saying. It's mad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up, Roman Loftus-Cheek. I really like this quote. I played CB when I was 12 or 13 for a season or two, and I never liked it. But tonight was different. This time I had more license to step out and create the attack from the start. So I enjoyed it. It came as a surprise to me. I found out the day before. I mean, look, he did a stupendous job against Luton. I'm not going to advocate for the fact that he needs to continue as a centre-back. No way. We've got far better centre-backs. But what I am going to advocate, what I think he's trying to say is that he likes a deeper role. So the whole ideology about playing in a pivot or playing as the deepest midfielder, that could be something we could explore, because it's saying that it gives him more license to step out and create the attack from the start. So I enjoyed it. And we've seen Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he enjoys driving from deep. I don't necessarily think he's a cam. He likes to be up front, receive the ball and do a damage. I think he likes to be much closer, deeper to our half or the Chelsea half, and then drive from there. Something to really think about. Look, I don't know whether he's going to be around. There's probably far better midfielders at the moment. But in the future, if we ever think about keeping a player like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, maybe that's a role that we could start molding him into. Someone who can drive from deep and do a lot of damage. Okay. N'Golo Kante on Abramovich selling. We're not prepared. It came quick. But the only thing we can do, because we aren't in control of these things, is to do the best what we have always done. It means like playing football for us, for the club, for the fans. I mean, you'd be foolish to think, ladies and gentlemen, that it doesn't affect the players, because all these players, they must be confused in their mind at the moment as to what is the future of Chelsea Football Club. I've already said a few days ago that players that have got their contract negotiations happening, the contract extension, That's going to be in massive limbo. Rudiger's only got 3 more months left. And now there's a talk about new ownership. I don't even know whether this deal is going to be done during that time frame. The new owner is going to come in and they're going to try and figure out what the hell is going on, first of all, before they can even think about getting, talking, sitting down and getting things done with Rudiger. That's why I hope Rudiger gets this done ASAP in the next couple of days. Because if this goes on, you best believe Christensen's already gone to Barcelona. It looks like that's going to happen. Spilicueta's probably not going to stick around as well. And Rudiger, I don't think there'll be enough time. This is the thing. The new owners, and we are expecting a huge summer. Forget it. Lower your expectation for that. It may happen, I don't know, but lower your expectation that it may not. The new owners could come in and say, look, I'm happy with what it is. No one leaves, no one goes. We want to see what happens. We want to assess it from our own standpoint before we start doing business. And if everyone leaves as well, Marina goes, other hierarchy, people in the hierarchy leaves as well, then you don't expect the new owners to know everything about the football club. Interesting times we're moving into. Nicholas Anelka, ladies and gentlemen, on Roman Abramovich. I'm very sad about it. He was a class act when he used to come into the dressing room. He showed us a lot of respect. It is sad to see the current situation as he did so much for both English football and for Chelsea. I mean, Nicholas Anelka, man, his combination with Didier Drogba, those were some fantastic days. Look at the praise that he's got for Roman. I mean, Roman, he loved Chelsea Football Club, and I keep reiterating, I don't want to talk too much about outside of football. As I said, don't know much about what's going on with Roman and whatnot. Don't have that research available. I don't know the facts around that. But what I can say as a fan, he gave us the Chelsea that we wanted. And it seems like he gave the Chelsea that the players wanted as well. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, finally, quarterfinal draw is done. We are playing Middlesbrough. The Giant Killers, supposed Giant Killers, beat Man United, beat Spurs. I mean, Spurs, not much of a giant, but you know what I mean. We've got them away from home. This is not going to be easy. Chris Wilder, Thomas Tuchel versus Chris Wilder. We took care of them last season. Obviously, that was Sheffield United. But this is a tasty draw, but a draw that you feel we should go through into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. And then from there, hopefully we can eye another opportunity at a silverware. I like this tie. Away from home, it's not going to be easy. This Middlesbrough team is quite strong. But let me know what your thoughts are, ladies and gentlemen, with all the news that we've gone through today, more specifically around the ownership stuff. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. I'll probably do a video tomorrow, maybe a live, definitely a live tomorrow. And over the weekends, quite a few lives as well. But we'll look into the new owners and, contenders, the contenders of the new owners and supposed front runner and, who they really are. Hope you've enjoyed this. Until next time, see ya.